This podcast is produced by the Harwood Productions Podcast Network. To learn more about the network and to find more of our shows, visit us online at www.harwoodpodcast.com.
Hey there everyone, I'm Cameron Harris and this is In Range episode number 9. In the next few episodes, we're going to be focusing on the gear you use to keep your diabetes in check. So today we're going to be focusing on the gear that you need to have with you on a day-to-day basis, or your diabetes bag. Now, I for a long time used a fanny pack. Then for a while I switched to a backpack, and finally I settled on the messenger bag that I use now. You can use whatever you want, but just make sure that it's comfortable to carry around with you everywhere, and make sure that it's a good size as well. Now, if you're looking for a place to get a bag like that, I highly recommend ebags.com. That's where I got mine. But you can use whatever you like. So I've actually brought my bag in today, so let's go take a look. So this right here is the bag that I use every single day to carry all my diabetes supplies, as well as just everyday stuff like iPod, cell phone, that sort of thing. One of the most important things you need to have with you at all times, of course, is your testing gear. I have it in the most convenient place, which is this little back pocket right here. Don't need to unbuckle anything or unzip anything. So just pretty simple, testing gear, Lancer. And then the rest of the stuff, which is all my extra stuff that I don't get to very often, is all inside with the buckle. So just flip this open, and then inside this big compartment right here, the first thing, carbs. Those are the things that you'll probably get to quite often. I carry these fruit snacks. We talked about this in the episode on one-carb snacks. These are really good for treating lows because they're practically pure sugar and they're just one carb, so they work very quickly. I probably have 4 or 5 of these things in here. When you're out and about, if you go low more than several times, you want to make sure you have enough to counteract that. The rest of my extra gear, for the most part, is all in this bag just to kind of keep it self-contained. A little bit of a jumble right now, but I keep, for one thing, extra batteries for both my meter and my pump. So if you have a pump, always keep an extra battery for that. And be sure to check what battery types as well. Pumps usually take AAAs, but some meters take those weird little coin batteries, which are a little bit tricky to find, so you want to make sure you have enough of those. Extra test strips. I also have extra infusion sets. So if you're on a pump, make sure you have extra cartridges and tubing and infusion sets to work with. I also have a bag of syringes in here just in case for some reason I need to give myself an emergency injection of insulin. If you're using syringes completely, make sure you have a lot more of those in here just for everyday use. And in that case, you would also take your Humalog and basically your fast-acting and your slow-acting insulin with you wherever you go. I don't take my insulin with me because I have my pump. So I have basically a vial of insulin contained within my pump, which is always going to be there. So if I do need to draw insulin, I can just draw straight from that. Also, something that we have sort of come up with is to take this. This is an extra meter kit. Now my pump has a meter built right onto it, and you saw my testing gear for that is in the side pocket, but this right here is a secondary backup meter. So just in case my meter fails, the entire meter fails while I'm out and about, I can still test my blood sugars, make sure I'm still on track with all of that. So, and it all fits into a pretty nice little package. You don't really need all that much, but you always want to make sure that you do have plenty. Always have more than you think you could possibly need. I have 2 or 3 infusion sets in here, even though chances are I'll only ever need 1, because it's always better to be safe than sorry. You should also always make sure you have some kind of ID with you. This could be your driver's license, or if you don't have one yet, you can always use a student ID, and also one of these Medic Alert bracelets is always a good idea as well. So I hope you found this episode useful. Good luck setting up your own personal diabetes bag. Until next time, you can find us online at www.harwoodpodcast.com. There you can find show notes and forums, all that kind of good stuff. And also, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback for us, just send us an email at harwoodpodcast@comcast.net. I'll catch you guys later, and good luck staying in range.